Stop for a second. Look around you. Your phone, your coffee, the person sitting next to you. All of it feels pretty permanent, right? It's not. Right now, as you're watching this, there are forces in motion that could wipe every single thing you see off the face of the Earth. Some started millions of years ago. Some started last Tuesday. And the scariest part? Most people have absolutely no idea. Today, we're breaking down 7 things that are already happening, right now, that could end this planet. Let's go. Okay, quick question. You've seen hurricane footage, right? The flooded streets, the torn-off roofs, the news anchors barely standing in the wind? That's a Category 5, winds over 250 kilometers per hour. Deadly, devastating. Now forget everything you know about hurricanes. Because if a large enough asteroid hits the ocean, and I mean really hits it, the water doesn't just splash, it boils. We're talking temperatures above 49 degrees Celsius across a massive area of ocean. And when that happens, something forms that scientists actually have a name for. A hypercane. Winds so fast, they approach the speed of sound. Storm clouds punching 40 kilometers into the sky. That's 4 times higher than where planes fly. And the storm doesn't just destroy things on the ground. It fires water and chemicals straight into the stratosphere, tearing apart the ozone layer, the only thing standing between us and the sun's radiation. So even if you somehow survived the winds, the radiation cooking the surface would get you anyway. One rock, one ocean, one storm that ends everything. Every year, millions of tourists visit Yellowstone National Park. They take photos of the geysers, feed the... Actually, you're not supposed to feed the bison, but you get the idea. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. What they don't talk about on the tour is what's underneath them. A supervolcano, one of the biggest on Earth, and it has gone off before. 200 million years ago, a supervolcano tore North America away from Africa, literally ripped the continents apart, and flooded the gap with what became the Atlantic Ocean. And then, just to really commit, it kept erupting for 600,000 years straight. The result? 75% of all species on Earth gone. Now, Yellowstone isn't about to blow tomorrow. Geologists are watching it constantly, and there are no signs of an imminent eruption. But the word imminent in geology means something very different than in real life. We're talking thousands to millions of years. If it does go off at full scale, pyroclastic flows, rivers of superheated rock and gas moving faster than a racing car, acid rain would poison water supplies across entire continents. A thick layer of ash would block out sunlight for years, crashing temperatures worldwide. There is genuinely nothing we can do to stop it. About 80 years ago, humans figured out how to split the atom, and instead of thinking, wow, clean energy, the first thing we built was a bomb. Fast forward to today. There are roughly 12,000 nuclear warheads sitting in silos and submarines around the world right now, mostly held by the US and Russia. A single one of those warheads can erase a city, kill millions of people in seconds. But that's not the scary scenario. The scary scenario is what happens if a lot of them go off at once. Each explosion creates a fireball as hot as the core of the sun. Millions of tons of black carbon smoke get launched into the upper atmosphere, and then that smoke just stays there, blocking sunlight, dropping temperatures, killing crops. Scientists call it nuclear winter. It could last up to 10 years, and during those 10 years, 99% of the population in the US, Europe, Russia, and China could starve to death. We built the thing that could end us. It's loaded, and it's just sitting there, waiting for someone to make a very bad decision. Sleep well. Okay, let's take a trip. Somewhere out in the galaxy, right now, 2 black holes just crashed into each other. The collision was so violent that the resulting object got launched through space. A rogue black hole, traveling silently through the dark. No warning, no signal, just gravity. Now the odds of one of these passing near our solar system are incredibly small. I want to be upfront about that. But incredibly small and impossible are very different things. If a rogue black hole got close enough, you'd first notice it through chaos. Planetary orbits shifting, Earth getting pulled slightly off course, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions going haywire as tidal forces squeeze and stretch the planet. But that's if we got lucky with the distance. If Earth drifted too close to the event horizon, the point of no return, there'd be no explosion. No dramatic last stand. The black hole would just pull. It would stretch our entire planet into a long, thin string of atoms. Scientists actually have a name for this process: spaghettification. That's a real word, used by real physicists. Somewhere out there, a rogue black hole is moving. We just don't know where it's going. Here's the one nobody escapes. No bunker. No Mars colony. No amount of money or technology makes any difference, because this one is written into the laws of physics, and it applies to every single living thing on this planet. Our sun burns through 600 million tons of hydrogen every second. It's been doing this for 4.6 billion years. And one day, it will run out of fuel. When that happens, the core shrinks, pressure builds, and the sun starts to expand, slowly at first, then not so slowly. It grows into what astronomers call a red giant, swelling outward, swallowing Mercury, then Venus, then us. Our oceans evaporate. The atmosphere gets stripped away. Whatever's left of the planet melts into the outer layers of a dying star. Earth just dissolves. Now look, this is about 5 billion years away. We have time, but I want you to sit with the fact that this isn't a maybe. This isn't a risk. This is a scheduled appointment. The sun gave us life, and eventually, the sun will take it back. That's kind of beautiful, in a terrifying way, isn't it? All the other things on this list? Asteroids, black holes, the sun dying. Those are things that happen to us. This one is different, because we're the ones doing it. Here's how climate change actually ends the world. Not in the slow, boring way politicians argue about, but in the genuinely catastrophic way scientists lose sleep over. It starts with a feedback loop. Earth warms. Permafrost in Siberia starts to thaw. That releases methane, a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than CO2. More methane means more warming. More warming means more thaw. More thaw means more methane. And at some point, we lose control of the dial entirely. A 4-degree rise in global average temperature, which sounds almost nothing, would be absolutely devastating. Sea levels rising over a meter by 2100. Cities like New York, Mumbai, and Bangkok flooding permanently. Food production collapsing. Extreme weather becoming the baseline rather than the exception. And here's the number that should shake you. Scientists say Earth could only support 1 billion people in that world. We have 8 billion right now. Unlike every other threat on this list, we can actually do something about this one. We have the technology. We have the knowledge. The only thing we're missing is the urgency. And time is running out. Every threat so far has come from outside us. Space, volcanoes, the sun. Even nuclear war is ultimately just weapons. But number one? Number one comes from our own minds. Artificial intelligence. Now, before you roll your eyes, I'm not talking about chatbots writing your emails. I'm talking about something much bigger. Scientists call it the singularity, the moment when AI stops being a tool we use and becomes something that improves itself. Faster than we can follow, smarter than we can understand. We're already seeing the early signs. AI that writes code, AI that designs drugs, AI that beats every human at every game we've invented. The pace isn't slowing, it's accelerating. And here's the thing that keeps AI researchers up at night. We don't actually know how to make sure a super intelligent system wants what we want. If it's smart enough to pursue its own goals, and it decides humans are in the way of its resources, its objectives, its survival, what stops it? It could shut down power grids, cripple financial systems, take control of military infrastructure. Not because it's evil, just because we're in the way. The climate crisis could be catastrophic in decades. Nuclear war could happen tomorrow. But AI? AI is being built in labs right now. The smartest people in the world are working on it, and many of them are openly scared of where it's going. We created fire, and it kept us warm. We created nuclear energy, and it could kill us. Now we're creating something that might think for itself. and we have no idea what it's going to decide. 7 things, some billions of years away, some already in motion, and one being built as you watch this.